Yeah, so OET is basically Occupational English Test, and it is conducted by CBLA, that is a Cambridge Boxhill Language Assessment. So in OET, we have 4 modules, that's reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And also it is OET is conducted all over India, and it is for healthcare professionals. It is varied across 12 different professions, meaning for doctors, orthopedicians, nurses, veterinary science, and all the other dentists and all other healthcare professions. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So we will go across all the different modules that's available.
Anna, give me a pen and book.
Natasha's screen is frozen. Is it Natasha? No?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm here. I'm just sharing my screen. 1 second.
Hey, Arnav, just check that.
So can you see my screen?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So basically the OET listening subtest comprises 3 parts that consists a total of 42 questions. The topics that are tested are of generic healthcare interest and can be comprehended by students across all professions. The length of the listening audio is 40 minutes. This duration includes the recorded speech and some pauses to write your answer. So basically the structure in detail is it has 3 parts, and they are as follows. Part A deals with consultation extracts. This means that the OET listening part A will assess your ability to identify a piece of specific information during a consultation. So you will be provided with 2 different extracts. In each of the extracts, you will hear a healthcare professional talking to a patient. So again, the first extract will have a set of case notes with 12 gaps, meaning it's like a fill in the blanks question. The second extract you will hear also will have a set of 12 gaps. You will be required to complete the professional's notes utilizing the information you hear. Part B will be a short workplace extract. So you will be provided with a total of 6 extracts and 6 questions. You will be given 1 minute for every extract and the related question. The audio will have a speaker or 2 discussing a workplace situation. Along with the short audio, you will be given a 3-option multiple choice question. Again, part B is assessing your skill and ability to identify details, opinion, gist meaning the main idea or the purpose of the short extracts. And the extracts can be of any kind, such as team briefings, handovers, or health professional patient dialogues. So part C is a presentation extract. So in the listening part C, it will gauge your skills to follow a recorded presentation or interview on healthcare topics. You will hear 2 extracts. Each of them will last for about 4 to 5 minutes, and you will be able to hear the extracts once only. So you will have to answer 6 3-option multiple choice questions per audio extract. So there will be 2 types of questions in part C. Some questions are direct and will end with a question mark, and some question will just be a sentence completion. You will have to choose the correct option to complete the answer. So any doubts so far on the listening section?
First one.
Okay, so we will go ahead with the reading.
No. Actually, no. first one, you listen on audio once, and you'll have 2 extracts with 12 gaps, like fill in the blanks.
Yeah, that's the first
You'll
part.
read the, no, you will listen to the audio once or multiple times.
No, for all of it, you're going to hear the audio only once.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So you'll have questions with 12 gaps. Second
Yes.
one is like workplace team and all. We'll
Yeah.
have a conversation. Based on that, you'll have multiple choice.
Yes.
6 questions.
6 questions. No, first part, you'll have 12 of 2 different questions. So first part A, you will have 20.
12
Okay.
gaps.
Yeah.
Part
12.
B, part A, 12 gaps.
Yes.
Second one is workplace, where you will have 6 questions.
Yes.
6 extra 6 questions, multiple choice. Third one
Yes.
is presenting.
Yes.
So
Present.
you'll have multiple questions for 4 minutes.
4
6
to 5.
multiple questions. Some will be like direct questions, and some will like you have to complete the sentence.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So
basically, initially when we were writing, it was like for general. So we used to have all these Australian birds or something.
yeah,
some
yeah.
conversations and all. So it
Yeah,
was like
right.
very vague. But
So
right now we are not working in the UK. So how will we know the atmosphere and how will they deal and all?
So you don't have to know the working atmosphere of UK. It's just that what you're doing here, the same thing like for your speaking, if they give you a role play, it's just a normal thing. So for example, a patient comes with a fractured leg. So what has to be done? Now, since you're from the gynecology, it'll be like a different thing. Like somebody has come with you with, for example, a stomach pain. So what has to be done with that? So that you're going to explain. They are not worried about the scenario in UK or in any other. It's just a general thing that they're asking you. They're giving you a general scenario. You have to just present yourself. You just have to say how you're doing it here. It does not have to be in a UK scenario.
So I want to ask, how would be like how much is eligible to write PLAB?
So PLAB is after OET.
That's what.
Yeah. So for to write PLAB, you first have to score a B grade in OET. Only after that you can write PLAB.
That's what.
Yeah, you will be eligible if you score a B and above. Okay, so shall we go to the next module, reading?
Yeah. Okay. So what are you doing? Get me by plucker, Arnav. Hair plucker.
One second. Yeah, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so structure of the OET reading. The reading subtest has 3 parts. So you will get 60 minutes to complete all sections. So section A is basically, it is known as the summary completion task, and you will get 15 minutes to finish this part. In this section, you will be assessed on your ability to locate your 4 short texts quickly and effectively. The texts are related to a single healthcare topic. You will have to answer 20 questions in the given time. So please note here, you're going to get 20 questions, but you have 15 minutes to answer. It is basically a speed reading task, and it tests your ability to read across different types of texts. The 4 texts in this section are different from each other. For instance, let's say the topic is weak vision. The first text can be about types of vision problems or their symptoms. The other text may outline the different types of drugs or the information about medication dosages. The third text can be a case study of a particular patient, and the fourth one can be a graph, table, or bar chart. There are numerous types of questions that can be asked, like matching, sentence completion, or short answer questions. Next is your section B. It will assess you on your ability to identify details or gist, that is main idea, of 6 short texts. This section is called the careful reading task of the OET. And the text may be related to extracts from policy documents or hospital guidelines or internal communication, such as emails and memos. For every text, you will be provided with a 3-option multiple choice question. Last one is your section C. It is also known as the careful reading task, and it will assess you on your ability to identify detailed meaning of 2 texts that will be related to topics of healthcare professions. Here, for every text, you will have to answer 8 4-option multiple choice questions. So to finish your section B and section C, you will have 45 minutes, whereas for your section A, you will just have 15 minutes. And this is about your reading task in your OET exam. So any doubts?
No. So I need to, if I have to give this, then I have to know about the policies and all, insurance.
No, it's not about you have to know about the policy, whatever the text they give you. So from there, you have to know about
Everything, yeah. I need to get that in
yes.
short.
And
What is the time? Well, first is 15 minutes. Second one, B, part B.
See, part B and part C, you have 45 minutes. They're not going to say take only so much, but it is better to take lesser time for part B, because part C is longer. The text will be of 1,000 words, 800 to 1,000 words. So you will require more time to answer that. And it is also 4-option multiple choice question. So you require more time for that.
So B is six texts, but they're short.
Yes.
And that is
6
the
text.
option multiple choice.
Yes, right.
45 minutes for both. Okay, next.
So we will move on to writing now. So writing is basically, you will get 45 minutes time. You will have to write 180 words. And it will be a letter to either a doctor or to an orthopedician or to a dietitian, something of that sort, but to a healthcare professional itself. Okay, now again, so for your letter, you will be marked on your purpose, content and conciseness, clarity, grammar, the language that you use. Okay. So now what happens? So you are given marks for all of these criteria separately. So now, for example, you write in the first paragraph, you're writing the purpose. Purpose is just that who you're writing the letter to and what you want the recipient to know. Recipient is a person who's receiving the letter. So what you want that person to know. If that is not clear, then you won't get the required marks for purpose. Just like that, in the next paragraph, what has to be written? So your letter should be structured very well. So OET doesn't say that you have to do it only in this way, or write for example, write the diagnosis in the second paragraph or write the discharge summary in the last paragraph. OET doesn't say that. But we should know how to write a structured letter. What has to come first? So if you're writing to a dietitian, the dietitian does not need to know who's going to take care of the patient. But then the dietitian should know what is the diet that has to be followed. Likewise, if you're writing to a nurse, the nurse is bothered about who is going to take care of the patient once the patient returns home, right? So just like that, you need to write a structured letter. So once we start the classes, I'm going to tell you how we are going to write the letter, what is important, what is not important. There will be a case note which can be 4 pages or which can be 2 pages. Now, in 2 pages, it's very easy to understand what has to be included, what does not have to be. But in a 4-page case notes, we will not know that. So we need to choose only the relevant ones, what is important for the recipient. So I'm going to help you with all of that, what has to be done, how it has to be structured, what goes into the 4 or 5 paragraphs that we are writing. How do we start the letter? How do we close the letter? What has to be the closing sentence? All this will be taught to you in the class. Okay, so any doubts?
Do I really need 40 hours?
Yeah, that depends. We can, again, we can modify that. We can customize that to your requirement, and then we can take it forward from there. Okay, and your last one is your speaking. Now speaking, you will have 2 role plays which has to be enacted. But before that, there will be a set of warm-up questions. That is with the interlocutor. That's not assessed, that's not judged. That's just for you to be familiarized with the voice of the interlocutor. And then we have 2 role plays. Role plays will be of 8 minutes each. So first, you will have 3 minutes preparation time and then 5 minutes to enact your role play. So like I mentioned in the beginning, you being the doctor, so they will give you the role play card for the doctor. You will have a scenario, you will have a set of questions for that, which has to be enacted by you. Now, the second role play will exactly be the same, the time and everything. Now, what happens is, so they're giving you 3 minutes time to prepare yourself for that role play. Again, you are assessed on your clinical communication as well as your intelligibility factor. When I say intelligibility, they are going to look at how you speak, how you pronounce, what is the language that you use, and all of that. Whereas your clinical communication factor, that will assess your, for example, how you give information to the patient, how you collect information from the patient, and your relationship building skills with the patient. Is it good, or you don't say anything, or you expect the patient to tell you everything? All that will be assessed. Again, all that in detail will be taught to you in class, how you enact the role play, what has to go in, what is the opening sentence, what is the closing sentence, and things like that will be taught to you. And we will be doing role plays. So if you are having 40 hours of class, so we will be enacting at least 60 role play cards. Now, if you want to customize it, we will see how you want it, and accordingly, 2 role plays will be enacted every day. Yeah, so this is about the OET module. So if you have any doubts, you can let me know.
So this is entirely different from the IELTS.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what do you think is IELTS is easy or this OET? It's entirely different.
So it's
general.
It's different for a target audience, like for healthcare professions. So it's not difficult. So once we start doing it, you'll definitely understand. After 3 to 4 hours, then you'll be more comfortable. It's just that you need to know it more in detail as to what the pattern of the test is. So for example, let's say you do a reading passage. So the first time you may find it difficult, but again, I'm going to give you some general ideas and tips, strategies, how to crack it for all the 4 modules, and it will be explained in detail as to how you do a certain type of questions. Now, for example, part B, it's short text. So what has to be seen there carefully and things like that. Yeah, so yeah, you need to concentrate a little more focus, whereas IELTS is just for the general audience. That is the main thing. But OET is easier than IELTS.
Scoring wise?
Scoring wise, yes.
Yeah, someone's told.
Yes.
I took a long gap, so actually I'm a little apprehensive. This is entirely different. So,
Good.
okay.
Do you have any
Sure.
other question, doctor?
No, actually, when are we supposed to be starting these classes?
That because this is one-on-one class and we need to know your timing. Based on that, we will schedule it.
So can it be possible like 2 hours a day?
2 hours a day, I'm not too sure because it depends on other students that I get also. So you need to schedule the time and things.
Okay, from next month, I think I'll start
Okay.
coming this month.
October.
Yeah,
Second
just
or
give us your timings and then your availability and all. We will we'll work it out your schedule and we'll present it back to you, and then we go forward from there.